So we're going to walk through the middle part here.
You do stops with this shit in the car.
Right,
you're arrested for DUI. Go.
Probably a white car. There's a white bumper right there.
When you're driving that vehicle, it's not involved.
Yeah.
Do you want to just go check 9 South real quick? Yeah, there's a white bumper here. What kind of car was it?
It was, I think, a white Toyota.
A white Toyota? Did you get a license plate by chance?
I tried to, but the car was down.
Okay, any distinguishing characteristics on it, or just a white?
I couldn't see who it was.
Okay, was it a 4-door, 2-door?
670, I'm going to check 9 South.
It was like a small car like this car.
Okay. If it doesn't go, doesn't go, don't force it. All right, on 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. See if we can both pick that up.
Yeah, we should be able to.
That looked at 365 today.
Yeah, there you go.
1, 2. Hold that for a sec. You good?
Yep.
All right. If anybody's in the area, 10-3, you just bring some phones out. We're able to move it off the side of the road a little bit more, make it passable. And then put this one over here. Let's go over to Wawa.
Come back from Applebee's?
Yeah, I had a drink.
Okay. How old are you?
21.
You're 21?
Yeah.
665, we're just going to play this now for now.
My dad is,
We're going to do it Wawa. So we get
Sean Lee.
Who was that?
John Lee.
Sean Lee? Okay. Listen, your bumper's in the road over there. Okay, did you just hit that pole?
No, I promise you I did
No?
not.
So if someone brings that bumper over here, it's not going to match up perfectly. You're coming from Applebee's, you're telling me. You went out that way. Everything's matching up. Witnesses said they saw a white car cross over in this direction, and I happen to find your car parked here with no bumper.
At this point in the encounter, many viewers may already be convinced that the driver is lying. After all, witnesses described a white vehicle leaving the scene, officers found a damaged white car nearby, and the driver admits she had been drinking. But situations like this aren't always as straightforward as they appear. One detail that often gets overlooked in DUI investigations is how memory can be affected by stress, fear, and even mild intoxication. People tend to assume that someone who changes their story must be intentionally deceptive. In reality, individuals involved in a crash sometimes struggle to accurately remember exactly what happened, especially when the event occurred suddenly. Imagine being behind the wheel, hearing a loud impact, feeling adrenaline rush through your body, and then realizing you may have just hit something. Even before police arrive, panic can begin influencing every decision that follows. From the driver's perspective, she may already understand how bad this situation looks. She's young, she's been drinking, and she's now being confronted by multiple officers. Whether she's intentionally lying or desperately trying to make sense of what happened herself is something investigators still have to determine. And that's exactly why evidence matters more than assumptions. At this stage, officers have suspicions. What they don't yet have is proof that directly connects this vehicle to the crash scene. That proof is about to arrive.
Okay. All right. So, Teresa.
Yes.
Let me ask you again.
Yeah.
You left Applebee's.
Yeah, I left Applebee's.
You cut through the plaza. You came out by Lowe's and Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Did you hit the traffic pole that's right there?
No, I did not hit the traffic pole.
Do you not remember hitting a traffic pole?
I did not hit the traffic pole, I promise you.
So your bumper's in the middle of the road over there, and there's a pole down.
this part was hanging off already because I already hit something.
Okay.
When I hit a deer in Pennsylvania.
The one officer come here who's out with your other part of your bumper. He's going to talk to you, and then we'll go from there, okay?
I just found a piece that's the jump you just took
Well,
out.
I hit a. You told my dad he's a sheriff's officer.
That's great. You smashed the traffic light when you left the scene of an accident. And now you're lying about it.
But Teresa, I explained to you this before. Lying isn't going to get you anywhere. We just need to know the truth.
You just lied. You just lied. We just caught you in a lie.
You told me
found this piece over by the traffic light by Lowe's. You said that piece fell off in Pennsylvania.
You told me you hit a deer. You told me a whole bunch of stories.
I hit a deer in Pennsylvania. You can ask my dad. Please ask my dad.
You just hit a telephone, a traffic light. And that's where this piece was.
That's probably where that piece was. Yes, I probably hit that.
You did hit that.
I hit a deer.
You see this?
I hit a deer before this. You can ask my dad.
This piece fell off at the traffic light that you hit, that you knocked over.
I did not hit a traffic light today.
So you mean to tell me that's just coincidence that this was
I
on?
did not hit a traffic light today.
So again, you mean to tell me that this is just a coincidence that this piece was found right next to a traffic light?
Listen, are you just scared you're going to get tickets or something?
Yes.
Is that all it is?
Yes.
So you want to just tell the truth?
Yes, I'm telling you the
So
truth.
when after Applebee's, did you hit a traffic pole?
I think I hit something. I remember hitting something.
You can't miss it. It lights up. It's red, green, and yellow.
I remember hitting something after Applebee's. But
Okay.
I'm saying, like,
And then
before
did you
this-
drive away?
This may be the most important statement of the entire encounter. Notice that the driver doesn't admit she was drunk. She doesn't admit intentionally hitting the traffic signal. Instead, she admits something else. She says she left because she was afraid of being arrested. To some viewers, that sounds like a confession of guilt. But from a legal perspective, fear and guilt are not always the same thing. People flee scenes for many reasons. Sometimes it's because they're intoxicated. Sometimes it's because they have outstanding warrants, no insurance, or simply panic after realizing they've made a terrible mistake. Human beings don't always make rational decisions during moments of crisis. That said, investigators pay close attention to behavior after a crash because it often reveals what a person believed in that moment. If someone truly thinks nothing serious happened, they usually stop, assess the damage, and contact authorities. Leaving the scene can create the impression that the driver understood the severity of the incident and wanted to avoid the consequences. This is where the case begins shifting. Up until now, officers have been working to establish what happened. Now they're evaluating why it happened and whether the driver's actions afterward demonstrate consciousness of guilt. The distinction may sound subtle, but in court, it can become extremely important.
Because you're scared because you maybe had one drink and you think you're drunk?
Yeah.
And you might get arrested, but you don't seem like you're drunk?
Yes.
Is that what's going on? So you drove away because you're scared?
Yes.
So you might get some tickets and maybe you might get arrested? Is that why?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're starting to tell the truth, right?
I remember hitting something, but I remember, before this, I already hit something, and he was...
So you're saying there was some damage, but obviously your bumper is over there like this officer was saying.
This was already damaged.
Okay.
This was already
Okay.
damaged. This fell off because of already damaged.
Okay, but it fell off on Lanes Mill where the pole is in the middle of the road. Okay.
Call my dad, he would tell you.
Well,
He's a
here's
sheriff's
the
officer,
thing.
I promise
Your dad, the
you.
sheriff's officer, wasn't driving your vehicle today. Your dad, the
He would
sheriff's
tell
officer.
you it's already damaged. And he already reported to the
Well, listen,
insurance. He
yeah.
already reported everything.
Pump the brakes. You're 21. You're an adult. We're trying to figure out what happened with you and driving and leaving the
I
scene of
hit
the
a
crash.
curb.
You hit a traffic signal.
No, I hit a curb.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
so what it was is basically this was intact.
Okay.
This piece was missing, but these scratches here, that's all from a deer that she tried to avoid.
What it is, right? Alright. Good. Great. Alright. So at this point in time, based off the testimony you did and everything that happened today, alright, I don't think that you were okay to safely operate the motor vehicle. Alright, I think that is great.
Before the handcuffs come out, It's worth asking a question that often divides viewers of bodycam footage. Based solely on what we've seen so far, would everyone agree that an arrest is justified? Many people assume DUI arrests happen only when someone is visibly stumbling, slurring every word, or unable to stand upright. But that's not how impairment investigations actually work. Officers are trained to look at the totality of circumstances. They consider driving behavior, physical evidence from a crash, statements made by the driver, signs of alcohol consumption, and performance during field sobriety testing. No single factor necessarily proves impairment on its own. Critics of DUI enforcement sometimes argue that field sobriety tests can be subjective and that nervousness can mimic signs of intoxication. Supporters counter that waiting until a driver becomes obviously incapacitated would put the public at even greater risk. That's why these encounters can be so controversial. The question isn't whether the driver appears drunk to viewers watching from home. The question is whether officers have enough evidence to establish probable cause that she was impaired while operating the vehicle. And based on everything gathered up to this point, the officers believe that threshold has been met. The next step is one that will permanently change the course of this night.
Base 1 female 41. 17 for tonsil.
Dad. Dad.
Hold on, we'll let you go.
Do you have anything to say your
No.
Do you need anything from inside the car or cell phone?
No. My cell phone is in there. My car keys. I did the test right.
So the word indicator said you're not safely, not okay to safely operate one.
I asked you what?
Yeah, you took too many steps to start. You missed steps, healed yourself. Going through the one-leg stand, your arms off the balance. There's a lot of indicators there that you're up there. Right? So we're going to walk through the middle car here.
I'm a massage routine.
You stop with this shit in the car.
Right,
You're arrested for DUI. Go ahead.
Have a seat. Teresa, I do want you to understand these are traffic tickets, okay? Nothing criminal here. They're motor vehicle offenses, okay? You have the right to remain silent.
Just shut up. I understand. I've seen
You have the right to
Law
talk
and
to a
Order.
lawyer and have
I've
it
seen
present.
Law and Order.
Right, so we're going to go to our station now. We're going to do our process. I'll
That's
try and
fine.
read you your rights again.